Hi there, this is Trista, and here's another installment of superfoods that you can grow that will keep your immune system nice and strong and buff. And as you can tell, I just collected a bunch more dill and cilantro. By the way, you can eat the flowers. The flowers have probably, my guess would be even more super nutrients, and they taste great. They taste a little stronger, and so, but that's fine, right? So I also just collected some. These are actually garlic, the chives that grow from garlic, and I'm going to plant these leeks and see what happens. They already grew some roots, and show you that what you can do with lettuce. You get a head of lettuce, and then if you put it in water, it'll start growing again. So you have another head of lettuce. Pretty cool trick, huh? And let's see, do a quick tour of some other superfoods. Any leafy greens look great, and let's see. I feed these to my chickens. This is like rocket lettuce, and there's Mr. Fezzy. Mr. Fezzy, I give him I give them greens every day. Like humans, they should eat greens every day, and a little fruit if possible. And let's see what other things to have. Tomatoes, save the seeds and put them in a pot, and then you'll have your own tomatoes. And grape leaves, right here. You can make your own dolma. Dolma's really good for you. It's got like olive oil and I think like pine nuts and stuff. I'll have to make it sometime. So yeah, and the flowers, they provide nice, the bees love that. And this sort of thing, I keep it like for the flower, and it seems like some kind of like primitive dandelion. Dandelions in France, at least, in the old world, so to speak, they eat dandelions in salads with, say, walnuts, that sort of thing. And so I'm letting this go to seeds. I'm studying it. I'll find out what it is exactly. I have a feeling it might be, one of the kind of native plants, I guess, so to speak. Sage, it's not doing so well, but it's alive. And some more dill. So I've got some planted up and down here, and I've got other wherever it can grow. This is actually volunteer cilantro growing on my stairs. And here's a little bit more too. When it gets the flowers, you can either eat the flowers or give it to your chickies, or I take the flowers off so that it will create more leaves. I want the leaves, not necessarily the flowers. So I want them to play that out. I just replanted a bunch of mint. Look at my hawthorn. Indian hawthorn is lovely, isn't it? Here's some more cilantro, some dill that it's getting a little spindly. Here's is actually a citrus. As much citrus as possible is good. So yeah, give it to the chickies. That's Mr. Winston. Mr. Winston, look at the beautiful tangerine flowers. Hanging things. I just planted some mint in there. Mint is a so-called invasive plant, and so it kind of like, if it's in another pot, I just replanted this. I think this is chocolate mint. I think it crowds out the roots of other things. Like this is one of my remaining gardenias. This is going to seed. Doesn't it look lovely? Lovely. This was a great. I was using this to make Chinese dumplings. more mint, and this is actually shoot, I always forget the name of it. Worm. It's used medicinally, and I think it was just sprang up here. It grows really tall. Here's another one. Here's a bigger one, and it's got this pungent smell, and it was used by Native Americans to for deworming, basically. So yeah, here's I just got a bunch of dill from here. You have to trim dill in the center, and then it will get bushy. Otherwise, it gets spiky. So here's some. I'm letting some of these go to seeds. This is coriander or cilantro, and some of it's flowering. You know, for the seeds for myself as well as the bees. And this is actually like a grapefruit. This is a grapefruit. Or extremely, sorry, extremely sour onions. I mean, sour lemons. What else? Got a little bit of lettuce here, but it's always attacked by the predator. You know, lots of little rabbits around. Globe mallow. That is medicinal, but I usually just give it to the chickies, the leaves. And let's see, I still don't know what this thing is. This came in with some horse shit. I like it. It's very kind of like baby's breath. It reminds me of baby's breath. So I put in a dill in there, and it's doing well in there. It's kind of like protected by the creeping myrtle. That's myrtle. Here's some more. Look, see this dandelion seeds? You can just put them in a pot. But yeah, I can feed these to the chickies, and it has pretty little flowers. This is actually flax seeds in there randomly. Oh yeah, here's an example of I put a whole clove of garlic in there, and so you can eat these like chives. They're like chives. Some more mint I just planted. Don't know exactly what that is. I use this rocket lettuce for the chickies, and it's coming in. It's covering the grounds with something green, which is what I wanted it for. And so I'm growing a lot of stuff from seeds from here. Thanks Pima County Library. Look how awesome this aloe is, and look how beautiful and vibrant this orange color is. Flamingo pink. I'm just trying a bunch of things. This is garlic cloves that are making scallions. And my impression is that to have things growing underneath the trees, I'm watering those things every day because I'm giving that to my chickens, or just to have a wall of green. So, but that's good for the tree. This tree's doing very well. It's another citrus tree. I think it's like a limon, kind of like a lime tree. It's doing great. Also, pomegranate. Pomegranate does great out here. Basically, we have the same climate as the Middle East, and so anything that does well in the Middle East, like day palms, which should do very well. Pomegranates should do very well here. Look how beautiful it's doing. These will turn into beautiful blossoms. And last year I got a couple of pomegranates off of that tree. And the cool thing about pomegranates is they seem to kind of like pop up. Look, there's like a baby pomegranate, and another one right there. I have no idea how that started up. Anyway, so yeah, mint, a lot of mint growing, and mint is also superfoods. Anything in the onion and garlic family, maybe some people might think it's weird that I have this stuff all together. This is for seeds, for birds, but also to propagate. So this grass stuff grows around, and just throw it around in the garden, and then when it grows like this, then the birds love it. Hummingbirds, anything that creates flowers, you know, the hummingbirds are gonna love. Here's a little put out water for the birds, and so they can have a splash and a smile. So yeah, in here we've got some brittle bush and white desert sage and more rocket lettuce, a little bit of that's unknown stuff. I'll have to figure out what that is. This is interesting. I think that's like a salad green of some sort. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a little tour and some ideas about how you can grow your own superfoods at home. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you my society garlic, which is this is variegated. I didn't know that existed until came back here, and so I grow these things in raised tubs. Tomatoes. Here's some Chinese chives, garlic chives that I got from a friend, Marty. Thank you, Marty. And it's growing here with some dill and cilantro. But and I'm trying to grow a bunch of Genovese basil, so I can make pesto, make my own pesto. Oh, here's a nice little crop of dill, and see how beautiful it looks. You know, it's like fir trees. These are actually jonquils that just bloomed, and a little bit of society garlic, which I guess is maybe the same thing as Chinese garlic chives. I'm not sure. Maybe you know, so you can let me know in the comments below. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of desert sunset garden tour, and have a blessed evening. Stay safe out there.